Blanket, and you will have just seen what I was doing. So I just caked this up. So this is Yarn Bee, like Soft and Sleek, I think, from Hobby Lobby. And you know, it comes in like just it's like a ball of yarn or something, I don't know, but it's not caked up pretty. And it was just kind of like the yarn was just kind of all over the place, and I thought it would be more motivating to work on it if it was all pretty and caked up cute. So I went ahead and did that. I don't know if you guys are like that, but yeah, we'll see. I'm so close, actually. I haven't measured it. It's supposed to be 9 inches, and I may actually go longer. So because I made the cuff really long, I can't remember if that was the pattern or if I chose to make it longer. And like, this is not the accurate color. I feel like at nighttime, this looks kind of like a rust, but then during the day, it looks very mauve. It's really strange. So, but I'm just working at this, and I think I'll probably put it in like my knitted giftware bin, and gift this to a worthy friend or family member as once it gets finished. So yeah, but I'm working on that and editing the whips vlog that I filmed earlier today. So I kind of, oddly enough, found the house empty tonight. My daughter had dinner with a friend, my son is at youth group, and my husband was on the way home from, he was out of town today, and on his way home was my son's youth group. And so he's like, I'll just stay out and pick him up on the way home. So we're gonna have leftovers for dinner tonight, just him and I, because my son eats at youth group. So it's just a super easy night. Like, house is cleaned up, kitchen is cleaned up. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit and edit and knit and work on this whip, try to get another one done. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you guys an update on my whips. And so this is my mittens whip. These are the Ossify mitts. Super fun project. This is my mitt. I have one done, but so look at this. Put it on. So I do love this mitt, don't get me wrong, okay? But look at this. It goes like almost to my elbow. And then if you look at the picture here, it's only really supposed to go to like right here. So it is clearly like a good 4 inches longer than it should be. I think that is largely in part to the yarn that I used, because the pattern, I mean, it's a cable work pattern, but it is what it is, right? Like, I mean, it is the same. So definitely my error, not the pattern's error. Super fun to work on. First mitt that I've ever done. But I'm counting this whip as done because I'm frogging it. I'm just not gonna wear it. So there's no sense in me putting all the time and energy into doing the second one when I know I'm not gonna wear it. I mean, it goes up to my, up to my elbow. So I'm gonna frog it. I'm going to try to like just cut off the top and undo it a little bit. With this yarn, it's the Plutolopi plates, and I'm not hopeful that I will be able to really like frog it very well. I think that the yarn is going to break. So like when it's knitted up, this is a very strong yarn, but when it's just single, like, I mean, it just comes right apart. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of breakage, and it is really easy to put right back together. Like, you can just slice it back together. And I've done that a few times, like just when I pull it and it accidentally comes apart. I have done that, but I'm gonna give it a try to frog it so that I can reuse the yarn. I liked working with this yarn. It was a lot of fun. I think I might actually make some, like just some house slippers with this instead, because this is definitely not a like next to my skin kind of yarn for me. I'm not a big rustic wool kind of fan. but I do think on my feet it would be okay. It was even a little scratchy on my hands, but I think on my feet it would be just fine. So I am going to attempt to frog this and salvage the yarn, but for now, this project is done because I'm not working on it anymore, and I'm not gonna just cast on a new project. Like, it's project specific, not yarn specific. So I'm not gonna just cast on the house slippers to accomplish something with this yarn. I'll just put it away. No, it's done, it's off my plate. One day I'll bring it back out when I find the perfect house slipper pattern and move on. Checking in with a whip update. Here we are. It's looking so good. I'm like approaching my final color here. I think, oh, like I am right there. Like here's my knot for that final color. So I'm literally on my, like working into my next color right here in front of your very eyes. So this is my last Advent color, like the 24 mini skeins. And then I'm gonna add a few rows, 4 or 6 rows of the 100 gram day 25 skein as well, because I would like this a little bit longer. And I think that once I block it, it'll be quite a bit longer as well. So I'm really hoping to get this finished today or tomorrow. So I literally have, I think, 10 to 12 rows left, and that's it. And then the bind off. Now the bind off is going to take some time. So that might be very advantageous of me to think that I'm going to finish this today or tomorrow. But I would really, really like this done by the time I film again. I'm just not quite sure. But, and it is like, it is quite a bit shorter than what I was originally thinking, but it is still kind of like what I want. So I just want it to be like this wrap around, you know, kind of feel. So it is there, but I don't know. I do love it, like for sure. I'm just trying to see how long I want to make it and if I need to add more yarn or what. So that's, I guess, where my wishy-washiness is. But I do think like after I block it, it's gonna stretch about like that because it's super wash yarn. So that's gonna be a good 18 to 20 inches, I think. But look at this fade, you guys. It's so gorgeous. I love it. This is such a fun project to work on. Here's my little progress keeper. One that my son got me. That was close. I almost lost those stitches. Guys, I am back with another whip update for you guys. So I've definitely been making some really good progress. I think in the last video I shared that I wanted to, finish my blanket, maybe finish the mitts or the hat. I can't remember what my goals were for last week. How quickly I forget. And then I know I also wanted to finish one of my crochet projects. So I did one of those things, but that was it. But I did get 2 projects off the needles and made a lot of progress on 2 other ones. So I want to share with you guys what I finished, where I'm at with some things, and what the plan is for this next week. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I finished, and I finished it rather quickly, honestly, was this classic cuffed hat by Purl Soho. So I think I knit a little bit longer than it said. So I feel like you could wear it kind of like slouchy, like this. Or then I also do feel like maybe you could wear it with like a folded brim kind of going on. I don't know, I can't see it, so you guys tell me. But anyways, it's finished. This was a Yarn Bee yarn, so very affordable from Hobby Lobby. And like this color varies depending on the light. So like right now it's looking very mauve, but then sometimes in the evening it looks more, has more of a brown tone to it. So, but it's very pink mauve right now. I don't know. But anyways, so gonna go into the gift knit pile. That one is done. And I think I mentioned last time, like, I think I just need to wind this ball of yarn up. And I did. Once I wound it up, it just felt more enjoyable to work on, which seems a little bit silly, but like, that's kind of why we have these cute little stitch markers and, you know, all the cute knitting bags and all of this stuff is like, it is motivating, you know, for us to just keep going on projects. So, so my dog is whining at me at the door. She has to go out. So we're gonna pause this here and I'll be right back. As I was waiting for my pup to come back inside, see, she's right here. She may come and say hello. Hi. I was just thinking that I should share with you guys my favorite chocolates. Well, my favorite Dove chocolates. So, these are half milk, half dark chocolate swirled, cute little hearts, and they only come out at Valentine's, for Valentine's. So, aren't those so cute? They're delicious. I find them at Target. I don't know where else you can find them, but just thought I would share that because as I was passing the candy cabinet, I saw these and just had to share them with you guys. So, go grab some. They are delicious. Okay. So I finished that project there. My second finished whip is actually not finished at all, but completely off the needles. So I finished these mittens, and I'll insert footage of it as well. So I finished one Ossify mitt, and it was so long. It like went down to here. I just decided to frog it because sometimes that's just the answer. Like, I'm never gonna wear these because they were just so long. Now with that said, it was the yarn that I used. I don't think it was the pattern. I was using the Pullover held double, which I really liked for this project, but it made them humongous. So I would like to actually use the stone wool that they recommend, and I do have some of that in my stash actually, but I would love to use that. And all right, there she is. Go on. So as I was saying, I would love to use the stone wool and try these mitts again, but for me that feels like a new project, a new cast on, not a whip, because I am starting completely from scratch. My new idea for this yarn here, because I know that I cannot use this Pullover yarn on like directly on my skin as a sweater or even a shawl. I don't even think I could wear it as a hat because it is very itchy for me. I know some people love it, but it's super itchy for me. But I do love the idea of it. I love the color, the texture of it. And so I think I might do like some thick house slippers, something like that. Because I think I could wear it on my feet. But so anyways, I'm counting that as a finished whip because it is finished. It's off the needles. It's no longer taking up brain space for me. So there's that one. Okay. The other thing is, I don't think that I have ever showed you guys the bunny that I am crocheting. I think I've showed you pieces of it, but I don't think I've actually shown you the bunny itself. So it comes from this book, Edward's Menagerie, the new collection. There's 50 animal patterns in here. And the way that the book is written is like it'll tell you for each animal, do 2 legs, 2 arms, or 4 legs, whatever, do a body. And so like all the bodies and the arms, legs, those are all the same for all the animals. And then they give you specifics for the bunny that you're doing or the project that you're doing for typically like the head, the tail, that kind of thing. Striping, all of that. So, I mean, this is a gorgeous book inside and out. Like, it is a beautiful book. I got this book from my library, actually. But there is a lot of good information in here. I do find that I'm struggling a little bit. I feel like it's kind of supposed to be beginner friendly, but there's definitely a lot of things that I am having to assume from doing other projects. I wouldn't just dive into this if it was my very first amigurumi project. So let's just say that. But it is a phenomenal book and it is gorgeous. I love this book. So it has a lot of good information in here. So this is the bunny that I am doing. And so what they're explaining in here is that the bunny is done, or like each animal is done the same, no matter how big you want it. If you want it to be a little bunny, then you use like a fingering weight yarn or a DK or a worsted or a bulky weight. And then you go up needle sizes as well. So depending on if you want a large bunny or a little bunny, depends on the yarn and the needle that you're using. The pattern itself doesn't really change, which I think is super fascinating. All right, let's see. So I don't know if I don't know. I'm just gonna cover this here and just show you guys the bunny. That's the bunny. He is so cute. Okay, so with that being said, let me show you what I have. I so thought I was going to finish this. I really, really did. So I have, let's see, a body. I have some legs and some arms. So I think these are all the same. I think the legs, the arms are the same. And you just stuff the ends of them and attach them so that they're kind of floppy. And then I have bunny ears, 2 bunny ears. And I have a head. So I think it goes, I think this is the nose right here. And then I have the tail. So I have all the pieces at this point. This is how much yarn I had left for my skein. So let me tell you. So I did the tail last night, and as I was working it, I discovered I didn't have enough yarn to finish the tail. So I modified the tail. There was an increased row that I purposefully did not do. And then I just added one more length stitch to it. It's a tail. I just didn't want to have to go buy a whole nother skein of yarn because I was off like a yard, literally like a yard of yarn. And so, yeah, so that's what I did. I just modified the tail, and you fold it in half and put it on like this. I don't know, like that. I just didn't think anybody would be the wiser, and I don't think people will be the wiser. But again, I didn't want to spend more money. I didn't want to wait and have to go to the store and buy more yarn and hope it's the right color. The other option that I thought about is maybe just doing a different colored, like a neutral colored tail, and purposely doing that. Or what my son suggested, which was a really good idea too, is just make the tip of the tail a different color yarn. And that would have worked also. This is just what I was thinking when it was like 11:30 at night, and I'm happy with how it turned out. I feel like I do have enough yarn. So I'm assuming that I am going to be using all my tails to attach everything together. So I'm pretty sure that I'm okay on what I have left yarn-wise, but I think that I will be very mindful and not throw my tails away. Even like if they're longer tails, I'm not gonna throw them away until I'm fully done. So that's where I'm at, like so stinking close. So I will finish this weekend, but my focus is shifting this next week, and I'll show you why. Okay, so that's that one. The other thing that I was really hoping to get done is my Advent campfire wrap. I even postponed this podcast because I wanted to have it done for you guys, and I just can't. And I don't know when, like, I don't know how long the bind off is going to take me, but I'm literally at the bind off right now. Like, I just started the bind off. So I don't know. I mean, it could just take me a little while, but it's 320 stitches of I-cord bind off. That's not a little project. So this is where I'm at. I've bound off that much, but yeah, so this is how wide it is, and it definitely needs to be blocked. Like, the idea is that it is a little bit wider than this. So I feel like when I block it, because I'm using superwash yarn, it will naturally relax, and those rows will just elongate a little bit. Like they'll widen out a little bit. So yeah, so this guy here is so close to being done, so close to being done. Cannot wait. So I just want to like sit here, stop filming, and just go do this. That's really what I want to do. But I also want to be accountable to you guys. So I'm doing it. It'll get done. It'll get done. Okay, so, and I'm using my day 25 of my Advent calendar. And I think that a lot of Advent calendars do have that day 25. So this pattern should work for your Advent calendars. That's all that I used on this project, was just my Advent yarn. So I think that you could also do a solid color. You could do 100-gram skein fades as well. I think you would need about like a 6 skein fade if you want. You could hold it double, like with a neutral color if you wanted, but this is fingering held double. But see, I also feel like this is super versatile, because you could use like a DK or a worsted weight yarn as well. But I'll put all that in my pattern write up. So there's my dog again. I'm the only one home, so typically, okay, do your dogs do this? When there's only one person home, or like me and my son home, my dog barks at everything. And you think that that's like, oh, she's protecting us. No, she's just scared of everything. She's just scared of everything. So she sees a shadow, she sees a reflection moving, and she barks. And she's like looking out the window by our front door, and I know she's gonna bark again. So fair warning, she's gonna bark. Okay, back to the bunny real quick, because I just saw this sitting here. I wanted to show you the yarn that I was using. It was this Yarn Bee Cot Elin, and it is in the color Chintz is the colorway. It is 80% cotton, 20% linen. It definitely like has a little bit of rusticness to it. And I say that, like, I think it's the linen in there, because like I'll pull out little bits of things, you know. And I remember the Purl Soho linen quill, I think it's called. It does the same thing, but it's a really soft yarn though. It's very, very soft. So it's not rustic in feel, but like it just feels a little rustic in the makeup of it, but it is very, very soft. So super affordable, $5.49. Hobby Lobby always has 30% off their yarn. Like, I think it's every maybe third week. It's kind of what I've noticed, every third week. So I should definitely this week be able to, at the bare minimum, get my Advent off the needle, since I'm binding off now, and my bunny put together. I mean, that's nothing. That'll probably get done even before the weekend is over. So with that said, those are my, oh, wait, hold on. Let me show you guys this one too. This is my, my shawl, because I said that I had wanted to finish like one of my shawl projects, and I didn't get very far on it at all, but I did work on it. So that's progress, right? And it, like, I honestly could be done at any time with this. And the beauty of crochet, there's no binding off. You just cut it and slip your yarn through, weave in your ends, and that's it. So this could be done, but I definitely want it bigger. When I started this project, I wanted a very big shawl. So it could be done. So all I did was add this orange color and then this like gray bluish color. So I think I'm on my 4th row, but they're really long rows. So I did make some progress there. I'm happy with that. It's good. And like, this is also one of those projects where if I didn't finish it in my January whip challenge, I would be okay with that, because it's a scrappy shawl blanket. So I feel like those are kind of ongoing anyways. So not sad if I don't finish this. I would love to, but I'm not sad about it. Okay, this next week, because I have been putting it off over and over again, the garments. I feel like those are the last things that I have to work on, are these garments. And for whatever reason, so I think I have 4 garments on the needles. My color work sweater that I shared last time with you guys. I think I shared that one with you guys last time. And I haven't picked it up this week at all. Partly because I kind of need to figure out how to do something. I am having like this brain fade on how to do some short rows on stockinette. I feel like because the last few times that I've done the short rows, it's been on garter, and it's just a little bit different. And so I just need to sit down and watch a video. But again, if I didn't finish that one, I'd be okay with that too, because I just started that one in November, like November 1st I started it. So it's not as long as these other guys that are just sitting here. Okay. I found another one also, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I still have, because I've not worked on it at all. So in the first video, this has not changed whatsoever. So my focus this week is garments. This being one of them. I need to work on this. So that's one. I don't know if I'll get it finished this week, but I definitely need to make some progress on it. Number 2, this sweater that is my nemesis because of the whole carpet beetle situation. I've not picked this one up either. It's just so daunting to me. I don't know why, but then I also don't want to give up. So I'm stuck. I just kind of have to work on it. But again, I'm not giving it too much more length. I just want the length to come to like maybe the top of my pants, maybe a little bit longer. I'm definitely not a cropped sweater wearer, but just a little longer. And then I need to somehow figure out how to do some short sleeves. I don't know. I might just have to kind of play around with it, but I'm just doing short sleeves and a shorter length. So in actuality, I really don't have much to go on this. It's just not enjoyable. Drop some stitches. Not enjoyable for me to work on whatsoever. But again, I do love the color and I love the yarn, and I know myself, if I take this out, I probably won't use the yarn for anything else. It was that much of a hassle. And if I can finish this, I know that I will wear this. So this week I need to work on it. But like, I don't know, I might be able to start a cuff or a little hem. I might be able to. I don't know. We'll see. Need to work on this. Okay, and then I found another whip, you guys. So my 11 turned into 12, that now turned into 13. It's ridiculous. This one here, and there's a very good reason why this one is where it's at. This is a cotton vintage pattern. It was a kit. So this is the kit. It came with the yarn and everything. And I am doing this pattern right here. So let me tell you something about these patterns. This, let's see. This right here, this and then this here, that's the entire pattern. The entire pattern. There are a lot of assumptions made. It's not a bad pattern, it's just not as easy to follow. Like, you have to have some knitting knowledge for sure. Okay, so here's where I'm at. I got this brown, like beige colored yarn. Like, look, this is where I'm at. I have both pieces done. You knit the front, you knit the back, you seam it together. If I did it again, I'd probably knit in the round here and then somehow, I don't know. Okay, so here's my dilemma, and I have absolutely no idea how this happened. None, because really these should have been nearly identical except for like the length of the sleeves or something. I don't even know, but look, this is the width of one. This is the width of the other, of the front and the back. So they're supposed to match up, and they clearly do not. This one, I don't know why, is double the size. I have no idea why. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pleat in it. So I don't even know, but somehow I'm going to do something like this and put a little pleat right there. I can do this. I know I can do this. But that's why it's been sitting. So I literally almost just threw this away, you guys. I took it out of the bag to put in the garbage because I'm like, this is silly. I'm not gonna finish it. There's a mistake made. It wasn't that much money, but I do really like it. I think it's so cute, and I do think I would wear it. Like it drapes really nice. It's really pretty. The yarn is fun. I think I can do this. And let's see, I forget which is the front and which is the back. I can't remember if it goes down farther in the front or down farther in the back. So I don't know if it'll be like that or like that. But either way, I don't think that looks bad, just to do a little pleat right there. Tell me what you guys think. I don't know, but really, like, I just have to seam it up. It shouldn't, I should be able to do this. I can do this. I can do this. So, and I have plenty of yarn left to do it. So that's another garment that I want to work on. So I do have 4 garments. And I kind of feel like if I finish this one, I didn't make any headway on my 12, but then yeah, it is off the needle, so I did make headway. It's just a mind game. That's it. Do you guys play mind games with yourself? That's silly. I think it would be fun to do this pattern again and kind of modify it to knit mostly in the round so you don't have all the seaming together. I think that you could probably take like the bones of a tank, like just a stockinette tank, and put that lacy pattern in it. I think that that would be really fun to do. Like once you figure out how patterns work, it is easy to modify them. You just have to have an understanding. But I do know though that like for some people that just comes easier than to others. It's with everything, right? With everything in life. I'm able to, you know, like to look at a chart and like my friend will tell me like, hey, I want to knit this, but I want to do this many stitches instead of this many stitches. Can you figure out how I could do that? And I have no problem just quickly changing the chart around. I have a program that I use, can just quickly change it around and send it back to her and be like, here, this is it. And it's good. But for her, that just doesn't come that easily. And that, you know, it shows me like time and time again that like, I love how diverse our brains are. And like, she can do other things that I'm like, yeah, you lost me. So I love that. I love that about our crafting world. I love that about just human nature in itself. It's fantastic. So anyways, just an encouragement that if you are thinking of an idea or you see this, like maybe a tank pattern or a sweater pattern, and you think like, man, it would be so cute if there was a little lace detail down on the bottom, or maybe adding stripes to it or whatever, like go for it. Just do it. It's okay. Patterns sometimes are just a starting point, but in my opinion. So you guys, I want to see your whips. Keep messaging me. I know I'm a little bit behind on comments. I caught up last time, but now I'm behind again. So keep messaging me. The best way to show me your whips is on Instagram. Back Porch Fiber Co. is my Instagram handle. And you guys, I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. I'm going to post it in a separate video. And we hit 500 YouTube subscribers, you guys. So excited about that. So excited. And actually a friend of mine in my knit group, she will watch my podcast sometimes, but she hadn't subscribed yet. And so I was talking about it and she's like, oh, let me see if I'm subscribed. She hits it and she was my 500th subscriber. So super fun. Like it was such a fun day for that to happen. But I'm going to be doing a giveaway very soon. I just want to gather up my giveaway items and make sure that I'm doing everything right and follow the YouTube rules for that. So watch for that. It is coming sometime this week. I will post that. You guys, thanks for watching. It's super fun to share my whips, and you guys really do keep me motivated. I love your encouragement, And just the commitment that I've made to you guys really helps me to stay focused, keep going, and hopefully this week I can get to those garments. Bye, you guys.